Okay, I'm just going to kind of go into it. It actually shows a video, but that same video I actually linked earlier that Square Enix had put up on YouTube. So, real quickly, the opening here, you have the game start, the battle team battles, which you can, well, the versus, where you play online and stuff, and then you have the data install. So we're just going into a game start. And you have the options of new game, load game, the continue, and continue as if you've saved in mid-battle and stuff like that. So we're going to go into load game and start off where I'm on this file here. And as you can see, the world map is very similar to the Final Fantasy Tactics, because as said before, same guys and whatnot. And as I just showed there, if you hold down the square button and press down, you can actually zoom out, or if you press up, you can zoom in. And then moving the analog stick, you move the quill, or if you do the D-pad, you can move the quill that way. And if you go to a shop, you can actually, if you go to a shop in the game, not only do you buy just random items for item you can buy items for item creation, and the item creations, there's a certain percentage that you will actually pass or fail. And it's really nice because you can make stronger weapons, or stronger healing items, or magical items, and things like that. And you also buy your gear and stuff that way. Now, if you press start, you get a bunch of different options. You get the save, load, screenshot, button configuration, options, and return to the title screen. And it's really nice if you fail in your item creation in the shop, you can just go and load back up, what you just saved to prior to doing that item creation, just in case if you fail. If you hit circle, you'll actually get two options. One is to check out your party, and you have different options. You can check out the status, what's equipped, what magic they know, what items there are, what skills they know, finishing blows, class change, and releasing the character. Now let's start from the bottom up here. With class change, you have to have a certain item to be able to change into a different different class. It might seem kind of stressful at first, but you get a lot of money and it doesn't cost that much, and it's really not that big of a deal, to be honest. I don't know why they have it. It's kind of different, but I guess it's just different. It's not that big of a hassle. And you have different classes like clerics, wizards, archers, warriors, rune fencers, knights, terror knights, beast tamers, rogues, ninjas, dragoons, sword masters, berserkers, and there's also other other classes, but those are some of them are character specific, like a Valkyrie or a White Knight, just to name a couple. And then you have things called finishing blows, and if your weapon skill rank is 2 or higher, you actually are able to use a finishing blow if you have that skill equipped. And it's a more damaging attack, and usually it's not all 100%, but it usually has a good chance of hitting. And going into skills, you can actually learn a whole bunch of different skills. Things aren't as class specific as they are in Final Fantasy Tactics, where you needed a chemist to be able to use certain items. You don't have to worry about that. You can actually learn to use stronger items, and every character is able to use at least the basic items. And you have different things like HP increases, strength increases for both physical and magical, defense for both physical and magical, knockback, counters, parrying. You parry either close range weapons or short range weapons. You can resist different things such as silence, charm, heavy, stop, terror, venom. And you can also increase your magical defense against certain types of spells. And then you can also learn different sorts of weapons. Well, you don't actually have to learn the weapons, but you can learn the skill to be able to equip better weapons, like short blades, one-handed swords, double-handed swords, axes, spears, bows, and a lot. And then you have different sorts of skills that you can learn, and you actually have a certain skill, actually I'm highlighted on it right now, and you can learn up to 10 of these, and basically what it does is it allows you to equip more active skills. So when you quote-unquote master that skill once, not only does it increase the skill points you need to be able to get another one, but it unlocks an active skill slot so that you can add more skills. So you can see there's lots. And it allows for a lot of customization, so you're not stuck on, you know, having to sit there and level up on a certain character and then not be able to do certain things. It's rather nice that way. Also with the magic, if you learn, for example, my wizard, he uses wind spells and dark spells, and how it works is you learn the skill of using wind magic or dark magic, but to learn the magic itself, you actually have to have either scrolls that you buy from the shop, or you're able to get from enemies that might drop it, and either use that skill outside of battle, or use that scroll outside of battle, as in right now, to learn it, or you can use it in battle to learn the skill then. So it's a rather interesting take on how to learn magic, I think. And then also the second option is the Warren Report, which goes over all your statistical information, just like how the battle has gone, how much money you've spent, how many people you've killed, all the music that you've been able to learn and whatnot, important people, the news, the timeline for things. So yeah, let's go into a battle. And then it's kind of your standard opening for it. You place them on a 4x3 script, 4x3 grid. Wow. And for this one, you can only do up to 6 characters. However, you can pick up to 10 or so, and then not including guests, because sometimes you get guests and stuff for other battles. So let's just start this up. And you'll see it's very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. Same people made it and stuff. This battle is basically kill them all. You actually can get others that a lot of the times so far it's been you pick certain you don't pick it, I'm sorry. You are given certain targets that you have to kill. So once you kill that target, you actually win the battle. You're done. However, with the side battles, they're more of, you know, kill them all and things like that. So, real quickly, if you hit start, you check out how the weather is and what kind of elements certain things are. You can go from sunny, cloudy to mildly raining to like really raining and just different things. The hard downpour rains are really cool effects and stuff. So. And you can also go through, check out different units and how everything's set up and whatnot. And then there's this option here, which is the Umenoa, or the acronym Chariot. And what this does is, if you click it, you can actually see what action that was performed on that turn, but you can go back to it. So if you have characters that do, if you do something dumb, if you do something really dumb, and it comes back to haunt you, you can turn back the clock up to 50 turns, and a turn is per character, per unit. So you can take it all the way back, 50 turns if things don't turn out how you wanted them to. So it's really nice if not the most hardcore tactical RPG player, but rather somebody who enjoys it, but really is maybe not that good at it. You can also take screenshots, button configuration options, or you can return to your title screen. And when you start, you actually do not have any MP, and you have a little bit of TP. And the TP allows you to do skills like the finishing blow or special skills that you might have had. The TP increases when you attack an enemy or you take damage from an enemy. And if you have certain weapons will, like for the bows and such, and actually for the magic as well, if like crossbows and slings and certain magic goes in a line, and it'll actually, sometimes it will actually, either hit a wall or it'll hit a friendly unit, and it'll kind of screw things up. So you have to pay attention to that as well. and you gain MP gradually as the battle wears on. It gradually builds, so you're not just getting a ton of MP right at the beginning to be able to do a devastating attack. And you can actually do an attack and then move, or you can do an attack, move, and then if you have the TP for it, and if your character has skills, you can actually do those as well. And the actions that you can do are like, your attacks, both melee or a distance attack, and then like magic using a scroll or an item. And that's the thing, is that people can actually do if they only have, like, people can do distance attacks. You can equip swords and bows if the class allows it. For example, one of my characters actually has a bow and an axe equipped, because the bow only uses one hand and the axe only uses one hand. And you can also move and then do an attack and also a skill afterwards if you have the skill points. So it's really nice. And then you can also set the AI for certain characters. Like before their turn, you can set the AI, and if you don't have a distance weapon, you actually will throw a rock, which is really nice. And you can actually use your shields to shield bash as well, but usually the shield bash doesn't really do that much damage. So, but that's a really quick kind of gloss over of all the stuff that's in this game. There's a lot in this game, and it allows for a lot of different ways for people to play it, as well as a lot of customization, which is it's a good way of getting your money, and it's really nice. It's especially nice for tactical RPGs because you're not set in stone to do one thing or another. And when you kill enemies, as I mentioned before, you can actually get a card. An example, this card. Oops. You fly over there and then pick it up, and then it'll say like your parameters have increased and my dexterity increased. So, but yeah, that's really about it. There's a few other things. Let's see. For example, the tiles that you're on will determine how accurate with either melee weapons or bow weapons or distance weapons. So you have to pay attention to your tiles as well. And also, if you hold down the square and you slide left or right, it'll put it in a 2D plane, which is kind of interesting. And if you press down, you'll zoom out, or press it and you zoom in. So that's really about it. I mean, I'm kind of have to gloss over it because there's just so much stuff. But it's a really fun game, and I'm really looking forward to people being able to play this outside of Japan. So that's really about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and whatnot, and yeah, so have a good day.